Hello and welcome. This is a presentation on Airbnb's company narrative. Presenting today is myself, Beatrice, Erica, Rebecca, Lillian, and Theo. This is our agenda. This shows what we are covering and who will be covering it. Beatrice will be covering Airbnb's narrative. Lillian will cover the external narratives. Erica will present the data. Theo will present the challenges. Rebecca will go over all the stakeholders, and I will present the solution. I will now be handing it off to Beatrice to go over Airbnb's narrative.
Thank you, Emily. Airbnb's company's narrative centers around fostering a sense of belonging and providing authentic travel experiences by connecting hosts and guests globally. It positions itself as an innovator in the travel industry, offering unique accommodations and experiences that empowers travelers to shape their own adventures. The narrative emphasizes community, personalization, and the ability to belong anywhere. We can continue on to this next slide, please. In quarter two of 2024, Airbnb made significant strides toward making hosting more mainstream, while continuing its core service and drive digital growth. The platform surpassed 8 million active listings, demonstrating global adoption. On the digital front, the company saw a 90% increase in nights booked through the app. Mainly, first-time bookers and younger demographics showed a significant growth. Also, this contributes to Airbnb's user-friendly app, making it very friendly for consumers to book their stays. On to the next slide, please. Lastly, I will review Airbnb's advertising and promotional highlights. Airbnb's digital marketing strategy focuses on personalized experiences, user-generated content, and engaging individuals to drive business growth and brand awareness. They utilize various channels like social media, email, paid advertising, leveraging data analysis to tailor campaigns to individual user preferences. One of the very unique campaigns that they currently have is the Icons campaign, which is the concept is extraordinary stays and experiences hosted by music, film, art, or sports icons. It gives the opportunity for users to book. That's for example, Disney's Pixar Up House is featured on there as well. As you can see, there's images on the app on the different experiences. Next, I will hand it over to Lily, who will go over the external narrative. Thank you.
Thank you, Beatrice. So, Airbnb has a unique framework of connecting people to one another. By not being in an established, secure building like hotels, Airbnb faces the struggle of gaining trust. Airbnb has also had a problem in the past and was known for being unsafe due to hidden cameras found in listings. Recently, in the past year, Airbnb has changed their policy, stating no cameras should be allowed at all inside the homes. However, externally, they are still allowed due to safety concerns. Airbnb made it their priority to work towards increasing the safety of those renting the listings. Experts have also spoken about the concern of house and rent prices rising in certain areas due to the high traffic of Airbnb listings. However, a paper from 2019 by Harvard Business Review found a 1% increase in Airbnb listings only caused 0.018% increase in rental rates. Continuing to the next slide. So, business journals and something that was brought up in the Q1 2025 earnings call, there were questions about rent prices and displacement of residents, along with how Airbnb is working around laws that cities are putting into place to combat short-term rentals. Meanwhile, the UA library seemed to focus more on tourism increased by Airbnb, building tourism in more unique places, helping local economies, but calling into question the impact of gentrification on these communities. Analysts believe that Airbnb will continue to steadily grow as the market grows. However, they also noted new upcoming websites like Vrbo and Booking.com, which offer alternatives to customers that better suit what they're looking for. Erica will now go through the data with you.
We apologize for the delay. It looks like Erica is having some technical difficulties.
Thank you, Lily. Hello, everyone. Imagine a world where booking unique accommodations is as easy as a few clicks. That's the reality Airbnb has created. Today, I'll provide a quick overview of Airbnb's remarkable journey and growth strategies. For those interested in business strategy and digital marketing, Airbnb's growth provides valuable insights into leveraging SEO and innovation. Airbnb has navigated a dynamic travel landscape by enabling it to automate and scale landing pages to reach travelers around the world. This strategy has helped Airbnb stand out in search results, attract long-tail traffic, and support its explosive growth. In terms of numbers, Airbnb currently operates in over 220 countries and 150,000 cities, offering travelers a diverse array of accommodations and experiences. Driven by post-COVID innovations like enhanced cleaning protocols, flexible bookings, and long-term stay options, the company's achieved a 10% annual growth rate, resulting in a $79.62 billion valuation and $11.1 billion in annual revenue. On to the next slide, please. Airbnb's strategic shift from being just a platform demands. By focusing on innovative leadership, global expansion, and post-pandemic adaptation, Airbnb has not only rebounded, but has also strengthened its position as a leader in the travel and hospitality industry. Now introducing that will go over Airbnb challenges.
Thanks, Erica. We've identified critical regulatory challenges impacting our company's narrative and stakeholder relationships. Our analysis reveals 4 primary regulatory pressure points requiring strategic communication responses. Our fragmented legal framework creates narrative inconsistency. We're operating under different rules in each jurisdiction, making unified messaging challenging. The evolving short-term rental regulation and complex licensing requirements demand proactive communication to stakeholders about our compliance efforts. Jurisdictional restrictions like local bans and rental caps require targeted communication strategies. Our tax obligations have become a communication opportunity, demonstrating our commitment to contributing to local economies through tax collection and transparent reporting. Finally, enforcement challenges, particularly data access limitations and escalating penalties, present both reputational risks and opportunities to showcase our compliance investments. Next slide, please. Our stakeholder mapping reveals 3 critical communication challenges. Industry opposition requires strategic counter-narrative addressing revenue displacement claims while highlighting our economic benefits. We're facing coordinated lobbying effort that demands sophisticated public affairs responses. Community impact concerns present our biggest narrative challenge. Housing affordability and over-tourism issues, particularly visible in Barcelona, require authentic community engagement strategies. Lastly, we can leverage our unique value proposition while addressing reliability and standardization concerns through strategic content and testimonial campaigns. Next slide, please. Our communication strategy showcases concrete actions through 2 approaches. First, we can highlight our technology investments like AI systems that automatically flag tax compliance issues and devices that monitor noise levels as proof that we're proactively addressing regulatory concerns. This gives us credible talking points when discussing our commitment to responsible operations. I'll now hand it over to Rebecca to talk more about stakeholders.
Thank you, Theo. We're going to go into detail about some of the key stakeholders that have already been addressed. Hosts are the only internal stakeholders we'll address today. They treat Airbnb as their personal business platform and are therefore invested in Airbnb's long-term growth. Guests are the first of our external stakeholders, whose demand, feedback, and satisfaction drive Airbnb's reputation and success. Policymakers are held accountable for the impact on the public, so they shape the legal and social framework in which Airbnb operates. Communities are affected by the platform's presence in neighborhoods, economies, and housing markets at the local level. Next slide, please. To prioritize these stakeholders, we look at which group has the highest impact on Airbnb's success. Without hosts, Airbnb would have no inventory to offer. They control the supply and product quality. Guests come next because they bring in the revenue and shape the demand. Policymakers would be third on this list because regulations can restrict or enable growth by controlling Airbnb's ability to operate legally, as we've seen in New York City and Barcelona. Communities, while important, are lowest on this priority list because they have an indirect impact. While Airbnb has a strong impact on communities, the reverse is not always true. What influence communities do have is often through pressure on policymakers or through public sentiment. Airbnb communicates with guests through established policies, personalized emails, and messages. Surveys and ratings are also used to create a feedback loop. Airbnb's host communication is primarily through established policies or webinars. On top of conducting impact studies, communities interact with Airbnb through local outreach programs and proactive PR campaigns. To bridge Airbnb with policymakers, data-driven lobbying is used to impact regulations. With these stakeholders in mind, Emily is next with solutions for aligning communication objectives.
Thank you, Rebecca. I will be going over the solution that will bridge the gap between Airbnb's diverging narratives. Sorry, give me just a moment to get back to that slide. So the solution. Airbnb's global branding of belong anywhere and the local communities that they work within need to be aligned. How can they do this? By strengthening their customer relations. This can be done through aligning their values through their actions, showing how they're practicing their global mission through sustainable community-centric practices, incorporating real stories from guests and hosts, all while still acknowledging any concerns. And lastly, showing empathy and being transparent by communicating their efforts and rebuilding trust where narratives may diverge. If you have any questions, you can contact us at the email below, and thank you for joining us today.